In today's episode, we are sharing all the details of our Labor Day road trip to Huntington Beach on points. We'll talk about where we stayed, how we booked it, and a few fun family activities that are mostly completely free. So tune in. Hi, I'm Rhea.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we are your hosts of the Travel Party of Five podcast, where we share how we travel as a family of five around the world.
We will also share how we use points and miles to travel as affordably as possible and sometimes even completely free.
So if you're wanting to travel more with your family, but you're not sure how, we'd love for you to listen in.
So welcome to our podcast, where we hope you learn a thing or two to get you closer to your next trip.
Happy Monday. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in.
This is the Travel Party of Five podcast.
Catch you there. Hold on. Before we get started, I just want to address some issues. I know we've had some issues with volume. I'm trying to fix that. Hopefully the last episode was good, and moving forward, all of them will be good. And like I said in previous episode, I do all the editing. So I was using these cheap Amazon headphones, but now I'm using these Bose noise canceling headphones, and I apologize that our kids are in the background screaming. I never really noticed that before, but with these Bose headphones, I can definitely hear them in the back. So I just want to apologize for that. And like I said, hopefully the volume of the sound is correct now.
I told Dwayne that he has to make sure that he speaks like almost on top of the microphone today, because he's normally like a few inches away. So we'll see. But yeah, we found these headphones in our closet that I think were sent to me by a job at some point that I don't use. And he's been using them, and he was like, wow, I can hear everything. So
yes.
Sorry.
So sorry about that.
Okay, so did you have something else? Okay.
I was just going to say happy football season.
Yes, we are recording this on Saturday. Normally we record on Sundays, but it's Saturday night.
Yes, night. We've never recorded at night.
No.
So maybe you won't hear the kids. They are still awake.
But we are recording on a Saturday night because tomorrow is the first official football Sunday. So go Giants.
Go Bears.
We're probably not going to have a good season, but we'll see. Anyways, this is not a football podcast. So we are going to do our giveaway winner. We're going to choose it. So everyone who wrote a review and emailed us the screenshot, so we have your contact information, is I put all of your names into a little hat.
Yes. So we got quite a few comments, but not everyone sent us an email. So, and we don't know how to.
Yeah, there's no way to you have to send the email, because otherwise we have no way to contact you. So if you left a review and you didn't want to enter the giveaway, you just did it out of the kindness of your heart. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And I think we'll probably do another giveaway in the future, because I think this one worked out pretty well for us. I was pretty pleased. So, okay. So I put all the names in a hat of everyone who sent us an email. And by the way, the emails were so kind. Like, some people were offering advice and additional points and miles tips. And it was just really fantastic to read them all. I believe I've responded to everyone at this point.
Yes, we appreciate you.
So I'm going to just live on the air, I'm going to pick a name out of the hat. Dun, 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 dun. And for the record, Dwayne was like, why don't you just do this in an easier way? And I literally wrote everyone's names on an identical size piece of paper, and I put them in a literal hat. So, okay. So
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Jeff. Oh, yes. This was, well, maybe I shouldn't say his full name. I don't know.
No, you should not.
Okay, no, this is perfect because Jeff actually sent in a couple of really good tips, one of which I was going to share anyways. So that's amazing. Okay, so Jeff.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Congratulations, Jeff. I'll send you an email and we'll figure out what kind of gift card you would like. But Jeff sent in this tip where we did an episode around shopping portals, and apparently the Capital One shopping portal has an extension, which that part I knew. But if you use their extension, they will sometimes email you offers. Like if you go to a website using the extension, they like the next day they might email you like a higher cashback offer than is regularly offered on or through their portal. So that is a tip on the Capital One extension, like Chrome extension or whatever, browser extension.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Congratulations. I will send you an email when we're done recording, and you can choose the $50 gift card of your choice.
Legal, Jeff, not illegal. Okay, like Rhea commented in the previous episode.
And Dwayne thinks I'm insane because what gift cards are illegal? I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know about in this world. Okay, let's talk about our main topic today, which is
Huntington Beach.
Yep. So we got back earlier this week from Huntington Beach, California. We did a little road trip for Labor Day, and it was our first time staying at the Hyatt Regency Huntington Beach, which I feel like is a pretty popular Points and Miles hotel in the Points and Miles community, especially if you're on the West Coast. Yep. So we are going to talk about the hotel. We're going to talk about, we did a few activities around the town, and we're going to talk about it all. So I think let's first do how we booked it. And there's a couple different things that we did on this trip booking wise. So let's get into that. Okay, so first of all, this hotel is a category 6. So as a reminder, Hyatt ranks hotels in categories from 1 through 8. 8 is like the most luxury and 1 is like pretty budget and basic. So this is a category 6, and that means that standard rooms go for between 21 and 29,000 points a night, just depending on, whether you're on peak, off peak, or regular.
Which isn't bad.
No, and Hyatt has a calendar, so you can go on and see, like on the website for any of their hotels, like, okay, January 15th is a regular night or whatever. So you can see how many points you would need for the dates that you want to stay. I guess it's worth noting that doesn't mean they have points availability during those days. It's just if they do, that's what they cost. So anyways, so we actually booked a standard suite for this trip. And I think I've mentioned before, the reason that we did that was only because there were no standard rooms available at the time that I booked.
And this is our first time getting a suite, right?
It's our first time booking a suite, yes. And so for the suite, now keep in mind, this was Labor Day weekend. And so that's definitely on peak. Like the hotel
Labor Day weekend in Huntington Beach, right by the beach. Like it was busy.
The hotel, I'm pretty sure, was sold out.
It had to have been.
Because I was trying to look up like what our room would have cost cash, and I couldn't see it because there was not availability. So we paid 44,000 points a night, and we originally had planned to stay for 3 nights. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and drive home Monday. But then we decided we'd actually rather have 3 full days there because it's kind of a long drive. It's like a 6-hour drive.
It's 6.5 because stops and we have to eat.
Yeah. So I booked us. We decided to drive over Thursday night, which is something we don't normally do. We normally leave in the morning and, we get there like midday. But we decided to leave after the kids got out of school and I got out of work on Thursday.
Which is around 3.
Yeah.
And for those that aren't used to doing road trips, driving west at 3 p.m. is not very fun because the sun is directly
There was about an hour where your eyes were just burning because you are pretty much looking directly into the sun. So
driving straight west. So
that was not ideal.
No.
But
I even bought some glasses right before the trip off Amazon. Sunglasses.
Yeah, Dwayne's not normally a sunglass person.
No.
But he did buy some for just because of that. So, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So we drove over at night. We actually didn't even get there until like 10 p.m., which was pretty late.
Pretty late.
And I had when we decided to drive over a day early, I just booked a regular room that night because I didn't want to waste the points because I knew we were going to get there late. But when we checked in, the front desk, we kind of made a joke like, well,
we said, tomorrow we have to check.
Yeah, we were like, we have 2 reservations. Yeah. One is for tonight and it's this room. And then starting tomorrow, we have this suite. And
the girl at the front desk checked.
We kind of joked like, if the suite is available now, like we'll take it, just kind of like, ha ha ha. And she goes, actually, let me check. And she checked and she goes, you know what? It's available. I'll just put you guys in there now. So that was amazing because we didn't have to move rooms.
Shout out to that front desk agent.
We were super grateful. The other different thing about this trip is that we had a friend gift us a Guest of Honor award, which basically just gives you globalist status for the weekend or, for your stay up to 7 days, I think. And so we had globalist status for the duration of our trip. And so basically we got to try it out because next year we will have it. And so that was really exciting for me, actually. Like I felt like so fancy. It was great.
So tell us what that entails.
So you get free breakfast for, I think it's up to 4 people per room. We had 5. We did tell them we had 5 and they covered it for all 5 of us. And so if the hotel has a club, I believe that is your breakfast. But if they don't have a club, then you get to order like from the restaurant or eat at the buffet and it's covered. Not only is your meal covered, but also the tip that you leave for the server is covered.
Wow. I didn't know they covered the tip as well.
Yeah, it covers all of it.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so like you just sign it to your room and then they just take it off when you check out. That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that. I just didn't know they covered the tip as well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was great. And it also covers free parking on award stays.
And yes, parking is not cheap either. It was what, 50?
I think it was $60 a night.
$55 a night for valet.
For valet, yeah. And we did valet only because we knew it was free. Otherwise, I promise you, we would have been self-parking every single day. Yeah. And to be clear, self-parking is also not free. I think it was $29.
$19 a day. Oh.
No.
At the hotel was $29.
Yeah.
But you can park across the street by the beach for
$19 for the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can overnight park.
I don't know. Maybe not. So
the
$29.
$29. The $19 a day was like public parking.
Yeah.
And the reason we know that is because we had friends drive down from Ventura to spend the day at the pool with us. And that's what they paid to park. So if you're at the hotel, I would just $29 a day is what it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
At least as of September 2024. So what else does it come with? Oh, we also got a $25 credit at the little market.
Yeah.
There.
Convenience store type ish.
Yes. And so the kids got ice cream. So that was like a fun little treat because that was free. And I mean, it felt fancy to me.
Yeah.
Like they were like, oh yeah, you're going to have breakfast at 8:30. You're the globalist people. And like, to be clear, we were not the only ones. There was plenty of other people that had globalist status there too. Yeah. But like, it definitely felt like they took care of you a little more.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate that. So, If you have any friends who have status with Hyatt, I would highly recommend, if you have a special stay coming up, see if they can gift you one of those guest of honor thingies.
Yep.
So let's do restaurants at the hotel, and then we can talk about like the little shop and pizza place and pool.
So this hotel has like a food court almost, or like a little plaza, if you will.
Yeah, it's not really a food court.
Yeah,
because I think they only have a pizza place.
They have a pizza. No, they had the bar that we never went to that served food, where I got wings one night. Oh,
that's true. Yep.
Yeah, so there's a bar, there's a store, like a little gift shop, but I'm assuming a third party owns it because it was pretty big.
It was cute. They had some cute stuff in there, and they had a little ice cream shop.
They had a game room. They had a market where you can get Starbucks, snacks, books, toys.
And the pizza place.
And what was the place right behind? They also had live music, by the way, like every night we were there. But behind the stage, there was another store. Did we ever go in that one?
I don't think so.
No. There was another store. I don't even know what it was. But
so, yeah, there's like this whole little courtyard type area that you can just walk to. And they had live music there. So they had it on Friday night and Sunday night.
Oh. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, maybe that was just for the holiday weekend. I don't know.
Oh, but
that was nice. There's a little lawn area where the kids were playing games one day and just like throwing the football and playing, running around, being kids.
Yeah.
And it was just so nice.
There were like 3 weddings while we were there too.
Oh yeah, a lot of weddings. A lot of weddings.
Property was beautiful.
Yep.
I would definitely recommend this place and would love to go back.
Yeah. So we only ate breakfast at the hotel and then like a couple of pool appetizers, or like lunch pooly type appetizers.
We had dinner once as well. The pizza joint.
Oh yeah. Okay. The pizza joint was meh. It was mid, as the kids say.
Very mid.
It was fine for the kids. Yeah, it was totally fine for kids. Like, it'll do in a pinch. And the prices were pretty regular, I would say. Like, maybe a few dollars more than a regular pizza, but like pretty average. And so, yeah, the pizza was fine. It would be fine for a night,
So every morning we had breakfast at the Water Table, which is the restaurant right there off the lobby.
Yeah. And they have a buffet on the weekends.
Yes.
Our kids got the buffet every time for the most part.
So the first day we had breakfast, the buffet was not available.
Correct.
So we ordered off the menu.
Yes. And it was good.
It was very good, I thought.
I got the soca, which is like, first of all, a little surprising for me. Not something I would normally order.
No.
But it was like a fried chicken breast topped with bacon jalapeno hollandaise sauce and eggs on top of a cornbread waffle. Okay. The waffle, people talk about this waffle like it's delicious. I actually did not like the waffle, but I really thought the chicken and the hollandaise sauce was delicious. Yeah. So I actually ordered that 2 different days.
So, and I just got the regular Benedict.
Yeah.
And so we got that the first day. The next day we had the buffet. Then we ate there 2 more times after that. So I ended up getting the Benedict 3 times during our stay there.
Yeah, because me and Dwayne didn't love the buffet.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But like, you have the choice with the guest of honor or the globalist status to order either from the buffet or off the menu, and either way is free. Yeah. I think if you order off the menu, it's like 1 entree plus a beverage, and then obviously the buffet is whatever you want. And
I ordered the Benedict because I thought the hollandaise sauce was excellent.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our kids did the buffet every time it was available.
Yeah.
Because they, like our oldest comes back with an entire tray of bacon. Like our little 2 love to mix 5 different kinds of cereals together in a bowl. And it's like, you know what? Like, go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to police your food on this vacation. Like, have whatever you want. So as a parent, like, it's nice to be able to say like, yes, because I feel like we say no a lot. So it's nice to say like, yes, go ahead. Sure. Get more cereal. Sure. Have more fruit. Like whatever you want. Sure. You can have juice. You can have juice. I'm generally you can have water mom. But
she definitely is.
When it's a buffet, you can have juice. That's fine. So, yeah, but Dwayne and I, we did the buffet one time and we went back to ordering off the menu. The food off the menu was quite good.
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend if you have the option. Yeah. So, and the poolside food was fine. It was good. I will say they have nachos that, like, if you order the guacamole and the chicken.
So wait. So they have nachos with cheese, which is like $14.
Yeah.
To add chicken is an extra $9.
Yep.
And then to add guacamole is like $7.
Yeah. So basically,
so if you got the loaded nachos, it would be
$29,
which is pretty ridiculous.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
However, we did get the nachos with just the guacamole. So we had like $20 nachos.
$21
nachos.
$20.
I will say it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And we shared it.
And the reason why we got the nachos is because they brought it out a few times and it walked past it and I was like, man, those look really good. So it was
good and we shared it. So really it's like $10 a person, you know.
Adult beverages at the pool were decent.
Yeah, they tasted good.
I get pina coladas every time I'm on vacation. I mean, pinky up. So Brea gets the margaritas.
Yeah.
First day she got a margarita. Second day she got the margarita, but different tequila.
I had to get a better tequila because it was not very good the first time. Ugh. Yeah. But with the better tequila, I got Casa Amigos. It was good.
All right.
Let's talk about the hotel itself. So, what did you think?
The hotel was great. It's huge.
It is huge.
Yeah. So first of all, we walk into this room when we get there. The kids walk in and they are excited. Well,
the little two are okay. Let's talk about the room. We'll talk about the hotel in a minute. Let's talk about the room. Okay. So the room that we booked was the SoCal Suite. They have multiple of this suite with this name because I know someone that was staying at the same property at the same time, also in the SoCal Suite. So, but the suite that they gave us was an ADA suite. And so that's, I think, the second time this year we've gotten an ADA room. It's not something that we book. You can book it on points, but it's not something that we book because it doesn't, why would I book that? You know, I'm not trying to take away an ADA room from someone who needs it. I would never do that. But it's the second time this year that they've given us an ADA room. And the ADA rooms are bigger. Like everything is bigger.
Yeah.
So, so you walk in, there were 2 bathrooms. There was a pretty big living room. The living room was the size of like what a regular hotel room would be. Yeah. And then there's a whole second room, like with a king bed in the bedroom. And that room was huge with a second bathroom and a balcony that you probably could have fit 20 people on.
Yeah, it was easily a 10 by 10 balcony, 100 square foot.
Yeah,
balcony.
It was huge.
Yeah. So we get there, the kids walk in, we take a tour of the room, and the kids are like, "Is this all of ours?" Like,
well, not our oldest, the little 2.
Yeah.
But let me tell you a funny story. So our oldest is 10, and I never we've never stayed in a suite, and so I was just telling him like, hey bud, like we booked a suite, like it's going to be really awesome. Okay. So we walk in and he just is like, is this the suite? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so like we're in it? And I'm like, yeah, we're in it. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why are you not excited? And he's like, well, I just thought it was going to be different. And I was like, well, what did you think it was going to be like? And he's like, well, on YouTube. And as soon as he said YouTube, I was like, oh Lord. He was like, on YouTube, like a lot of them have like 2 stories. And so I'm pretty sure this kid is thinking that like we're going to stay in like some kind of penthouse, like multi-level fancy schmancy thing. And so I guess that was my fault for not clarifying with him what a suite actually meant, because in his 10-year-old brain, I'm pretty sure he thought we were in the penthouse, and we were not. So
yeah. But the younger two were pretty ecstatic.
The younger two were like, oh, wow, like this is huge.
This is huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it was. The room was nice. The living room, like you said, size of a normal room. It came with a dining room table, a couch, pull-out couch, 2 comfortable chairs, coffee maker, fridge.
Yep.
And then the other room was the king bed. There was a little, what kind of chair is that? I don't know, like not a chase lounge, but like a.
It was like a chair you could easily like read in and like put your feet, like not an ottoman because it was all one unit, but like, I don't know what it's called, but it was comfy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was huge
bathroom.
Huge. And there was like a whole separate, there was an entire dresser and like makeup area, 2 TVs, one in each room. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I like had a whole area to just do my makeup.
For it being our first suite, we were definitely happy with it.
Oh yeah, it was great. And we mentioned we had friends come down. So the last day, our last full day, we had friends come visit, and they are also a family of 5 with kids similar ages to us. And all 10 of us were in that room at various points throughout the day. And there was plenty of space. Yep. So yeah, it was good.
All right. So the hotel.
Yes. The hotel is ginormous.
Yep.
They have, so first of all, it's directly across from the beach, and they have a walkway that you can walk over like the busy road, which is the PCH.
Yes. For guests only.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. And you can walk over to the beach. We actually never went to the beach.
And I'm not mad at that.
We did some other stuff, and we looked at the beach a few times, and we'll get into the activities that we did, but we spent most of our time at the pool.
Again, it was Labor Day weekend. The beach was packed.
Yep.
And to be honest, even if it wasn't packed, like I told Ray from the beginning of the trip, like, I won't be mad if we don't go to the beach.
And it's not that we don't like the beach. We do like the beach.
Yeah.
But the waves in Huntington Beach are really big. Our daughter is really tiny. And quite frankly, I don't need the anxiety of having to stare at her every second.
We just wouldn't be able to relax there,
Yeah. I mean, she weighs 31 pounds, okay? One wave has taken her, Yeah. I just can't. I can't handle that. So, yep, we didn't go to the beach. But I want to talk about the pool. They have 2 pools. Actually, there's 2 pools, and there's like a spa area.
Yes.
And when I say spa, I don't mean like massages. I mean like hot tubs.
Spa.
Well, yeah, they have a spa, but when I'm talking about, they have like a little hot tub area with like 3, I think, hot tubs,
which is adults only,
and you have to be 18 to go in there. It was very quiet and very calm. Then they have like the main pool. We actually didn't go to the main pool, but it looked pretty basic.
Pretty basic, but a lot of seating. They had a bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have a kids pool. And the kids pool has 3 different water slides. Like a small...
not very big.
Yeah, there's like a really small kiddie one, a medium one, and then like I'm going to say it's a big one, but it's like... It's not very big. But like the small one was enough for our 4-year-old to go on by herself multiple times. I will add, with a life jacket on. She's not fully independently swimming, so whenever we are at the pool, she has on her little puddle jumper thing.
And that's where we spent most of our time.
Yeah, I want to know, what did you think about the kids' pool?
I mean, it was very busy all the time.
It was really busy. Yeah.
It could have been bigger, but
yes. I think I had higher expectations because this hotel is talked about so often in the Points and Miles community for having a really great kids pool. So my expectations, I just think, were a little higher, and I thought it was kind of small.
It was kind of small. I mean, small enough to where we had to go out and reserve chairs early in the morning.
Yeah. Well, We really only did that the one day because we needed like 6 chairs because we had friends coming, which you're not supposed to have.
Which we didn't know until
so
later on in the trip. There's a big sign that we didn't read. But yeah, I mean, the pool could have been bigger.
Yeah, I think that would be my only complaint is and again, it's always like your expectations versus reality. It's like that's when you get disappointed, right? Is when your expectations are more than.
And I mean, I'm not going to lie, it was rowdy.
There was a lot of kids.
Kids everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, our kids had fun. I think, like if you were going to pick in Southern California, like your favorite Hyatt pool for kids, what would you pick? Because I've been thinking about this and we didn't talk about this beforehand. So
for kids, I mean, I think my favorite hotel pool would be the Park Hyatt pool.
The Aviara.
Yes.
Yeah, that's mine too, actually. Yeah.
Because that pool was big.
Yeah.
Family-friendly place. That was one of my favorite hotels.
It was really fun. Yeah.
But yeah.
And the water sides were like pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you hit your head?
No, that was in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Anyways, we don't have to talk about that now, but let's talk about the activities that we did. So first of all, on the drive there on Thursday night, I was kind of like, I haven't really planned anything, but like, I feel like I need to look up some stuff to do. And Dwayne was like, oh, I was just planning on sitting at the hotel for 3 days. Like, I'm totally fine with that. And I was kind of like, well,
totally fine with that.
I was like, well, like maybe we should do some stuff in the mornings, especially because if you've never been to like Southern California, well, pretty much all of California, actually, like in the mornings, especially if you're near the coast, it is foggy always. Like the sun doesn't usually come out until later morning or early afternoon. And it's not super warm. So I'm like, we're not going to be at the pool, when it's cloudy and like 65 degrees. Like, no, thank you.
California has beautiful weather.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Southern Cal for sure.
But when you're used to it being 110, 65 is cold.
Yes.
So anyways, I looked up a few things to do, and here's what we did. And the first 2 things are free. Okay. So we drove to Bolsa Chica Ecological Reserve, which was, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes from the hotel. Right. And so
not far at all.
Yeah. So we didn't spend a ton of time here, maybe like a half an hour, but it was completely free. They have a little parking lot. We just parked, we got out. We basically did a little walk. And so it's called a coastal estuary. So they have various habitats for like birds, and more than 200 avian species have been identified at this reserve. It's super popular with photographers and bird watching people.
Yeah, a lot of people go there just to walk.
Yeah, and that's what we did.
Exercise.
So you park and you walk, and you kind of walk along this little bridge over, I don't know, water. I don't know what to call it. It's not a lake, but like over water.
Some kind of
you can see in the water at some parts. And so we saw like what I'm pretty sure was stingrays.
They were definitely stingrays.
And some other little tiny white, like magnetic, shiny looking fish.
Yeah.
We also saw some really big fish. Our oldest thought they were catfish, but they were just giant black, like figures swimming. They kind of reminded me of the eels in The Little Mermaid because there were 2 of them swimming side by side. I don't actually know what they were though. So that was really fun. The kids liked seeing all the different wildlife, and it was just a good, like, it would be the perfect place to get a coffee and just go for a walk in the morning and let your kids look at the wildlife and get out some energy. Because, in the morning, God, kids are just ready to go, right? They don't need coffee or anything. And then the other free thing that we did, which this might surprise some people because it surprised me.
Yep, surprised me too.
Every single website I kept looking up things to do in Huntington Beach mentioned the library.
The Huntington Beach Library. Public library.
Yep. And so I finally told Dwayne, like, we're just gonna go and check it out, and we're just gonna see. It's free, right? So like, let's go.
So we drive up, and from the outside, it looked like
City Hall.
Yeah,
like,
it looked like a building.
So
nothing impressive about this place.
And so in the parking lot, I'm literally Googling it again, right? Like, just to make sure, like, am I wrong? Like, what am I missing? And I found an article that basically said, like, it looks like nothing from the outside, but like, go inside. So we did. And
I'm glad we did.
It was really beautiful.
Now, I haven't been to many libraries in my life, but this one was by far my favorite library.
We probably spent an hour here.
Yeah. And I probably could have spent another hour in there. Like,
we didn't really look at books, but we walked around the whole library, and you have to be quiet. And our kids did a pretty good job, because there are a lot of people studying and like actually using the library for what it is meant for. And then there's us who's just like spectating, basically. But I mean, so when you walk in, like, how would you describe the library?
You walk in and there's just like this huge fountain feature.
Yeah.
And like a spiral walkway that goes around it.
Yeah. And there's like trees and like
there's
plants and foliage inside the library.
And people everywhere.
Yeah, it was very busy. So we found the kids area, and our kids basically played on the computer for a good half an hour.
Yeah.
They have a little like pirate ship area, which I actually thought our daughter would enjoy more than she did, but she was very into this little computer game that she was playing. Did you set that up for her, or she figured that out?
No, she just figured it out. Well, there was a girl before her playing, and
so she saw. Yeah, so little computer games that all of our kids were enjoying, and honestly, it just was nice for me to sit and just not have anyone bother me for a good 20-25 minutes, I feel like. And then there is also a secret garden that you can walk to outside of the library.
It's not so secret.
Well, then, no, that's what it's called.
Oh,
like, well. I don't think it's a secret, but like, I think it's called the secret garden.
Yes. I mean, there is a secret garden there. There's also like a big, huge grassy area. We saw a lot of people with their dogs playing fetch. We saw a couple celebrating their kid's like third birthday.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kind of
like
weird.
having a picnic.
I mean, it wasn't weird.
It
was
like
just
a number 3 balloon, some cupcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very nice area.
Yeah. The kids got a kick out of like running up and down this grassy hill, and yeah, the garden was cute. It was just like this little area you walk through, and they have all these different plants and flowers, and it was nice. It was just a nice way to spend the morning, I thought. We got some exercise, we did some walking, and then we went back to the hotel and we hung out by the pool.
Yep.
The other thing that we did, and this one was not free, but we drove to Crystal Cove State Park. It was a $20 entrance fee, which is pretty steep. Do you think it's $20 every day, or do you think that was because it was a holiday weekend?
I'm sure it's $20 every day.
Yeah. So
State Park, they're gonna charge.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So this was maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes from the hotel, would you say?
Yeah. It was almost a half an hour, actually, remember? Because you have to drive through, what was it, Newport Beach. Is that the town?
Newport, Laguna, I don't know. One of those.
One of those places. You have to drive through the little town there, and there's traffic, lights, and a lot of people. Okay,
so let's say 25 to 30 minutes from the Hyatt Regency Huntington Beach. But I don't think this is worth the $20 unless you're going to spend the day. But here's what we learned. So we drove in, and there's 4 different parking lots, and you can park at any of them. And so we were only there for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
We went to 3 of the different parking lots and just kind of went and looked out at the view. And it's beautiful.
Stunning views.
But here's when I think the $20 is worth it is if you're going to go to the beach and you want a little bit of a more private beach area than Huntington Beach, because Huntington Beach is a huge beach, but it gets really packed.
Huge and packed.
So this beach, you pay $20. I would park in parking lot 4, okay, which is the one when you drive in, it's the one all the way to the left. That seemed to have the shortest walk down to the beach. Now, in full transparency, you have to walk down like a pretty steep road. You can't drive down there. I mean, the park service can drive down there, but you cannot. Yeah. So, but that was the shortest distance, I think, from parking lot to beach that we saw.
For sure. Parking lot 1 was the longest.
Really far. Yes. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Unless you want to hike.
Yeah.
But yes, so if you want to pack up all your stuff and go to the beach for like the day or even half a day, I think that would be a really good option.
Crowded beach, yeah.
Yeah. And you can walk down there and put up all your stuff and have a great time. There also is kind of near there is the Shake Shack, which we didn't go to on this trip, but we've been to before.
Yeah. Very popular. Hard to find parking.
Yeah. It's not like the chain Shake Shack. It's like a lone restaurant on a cliff. Yeah. Yeah. And it's very much like fast food burgers, but it moves because of that. It moves pretty quickly. Yeah. So sometimes the line is into the road and you'll literally wait in that line for a parking spot, but it's going to probably go quicker than you think. And then you park and you get out and you can order burgers and shakes.
Sit on their little deck there that overlooks the ocean.
Yep. It's a really beautiful view and
great milkshakes.
Yeah. We enjoyed it last time we were there. So those are the 3 activities that we did. So 2 free, 1 not free, but if you're going to spend the day, $20 is a pretty good value. And what else do we have to cover? Anything?
I think that might be it. I mean, again, beautiful property, huge property, 2 pools, 1 main pool, 1 kid pool, and then there's a little spa.
Also, I forgot, and we didn't talk about this because we didn't go to the beach, but I do think that they will set up beach chairs and stuff for you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's free, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. So Rhea mentioned that she wanted, the first night we were there, we had a partial ocean view, our suite.
Yeah.
So we can see, some
beach.
of the beach. The first night we were there, I looked out and there was a bunch of bonfires on the beach.
Yeah.
And Rhea said that that's something that she would love to do.
Yes.
So I went to the front desk and asked, how we would go about to do that. And it's online. You just got to go online and book it. But to have this bonfire on this beach was $420.
I thought it was $450.
$450, $420.
Oh, I mean, it's either way. It's
$400 too much. But yeah, I mean, they provide the firewood. Obviously, I think it came with hot cocoa and some other things. I forget, but
it was for up to 10 people. So like, if you were gonna split it with maybe like 3 families, 3 smaller families, then fine.
Yes, but for just one family, I just thought it was too steep.
Well, it's because otherwise people. Like for the regular fire pits that are at the beach, people claim them at 7:00 in the morning. Like, and I don't have the patience for that. So like, that's where I'm like, I mean, was I going to pay that this time? No. Would I pay that at some point in my life? Maybe, just for the experience, because that has been something I've wanted to do since I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
So when I was reading Sweet Valley High books about Elizabeth and Jessica, the Wakefield twins. Dwayne doesn't even know what I'm talking about, but
I have no idea.
I was a teenage girl living in New York, reading about these twins living in Southern California, and they lived the life I wanted. Yep. So one day I'm going to have my bonfire on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, I know we briefly touched upon it, but this hotel also has a spa, which
we didn't go to it, so no idea.
Yeah,
it's probably great.
That. I'm sure it is great. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's about it. I think we're rambling now.
We are, and it's late and we're tired
Yep.
too. So thank you so much for listening.
Yes. Congratulations to Jeff again.
Yep. I'm going to email you shortly, and we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Have a good one.